Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another beautiful, lovely episode of mine. I'm yours truly, Sprite, and we are going to talk about Legos, specifically Lego Star Wars. But Legos have been a childhood of mine. It's been everything childhood. Everything about my childhood was Star Wars and Legos. And it's kind of hard to say. You can't have Legos without having a little bit of Star Wars into it. And Legos is before Minecraft, right? Legos is something you can be creative with. And Legos is something you can be proud of once you have created it, whether it's something on your own or something that you have bought with instructions, like sets and stuff like that. And when I was a kid growing up, Star Wars was huge, and then Legos being into Star Wars was huge, and I couldn't help myself but to be fascinated over huge things in the Lego community. And I'd say probably 2009, 2008, 2007 on YouTube, it was so popular. It was so popular for the Lego community to have Lego Star Wars bits, right? It was so popular to have these animators just kind of do their thing with Legos. And what it is in these videos, right, is how they make Lego videos. Like Forest Fire 101, I believe his name is. Great YouTuber. He hasn't dipped in Star Wars, but he did dip a lot in Batman, and he made very many comedic sketches, and he's perfected the art style of it. Anyways, what it is that it's basically a stop motion picture of Legos. So you have your camera and you're just taking multiple photos of a Lego, just moving one little bit at a time, so that when you put the photos together, it makes it look like the characters walking or moving or talking or whatever you want them to do. So Forest Fire 101 has definitely spent a lot of time on these kind of videos, but there's also so many other YouTubers out there. And I remember there was a YouTuber that had made a good background story for Star Wars. I haven't searched anyone up, so I can't tell you who it was. You'll have to do the research your own. But when you're watching these videos, you also see not just like these cool Star Wars sets and characters, but you see these bases, the Star Wars sets and stuff like that. And it was just fascinating. And there would be people who would hold competitions of Lego Star Wars bases or sets or something based around in Star Wars, and people would have tables just everywhere, and the tables would be nothing but just a massive galactic war of Star Wars, and mainly it was clones and droids, but sometimes you get rebels and stormtroopers. But at the time, most of the popularity came from the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars is so popular, still popular. And in my defense, it has to be like my favorite era of Star Wars is the Clone Wars. At least, I mean, it's subjective, but me and my best friend, we always found the Clone Wars to be better. And I just think it's more fascinating, more detailed story into it. Anyways, so now we've moved on. That was 15 years ago plus, and the question of the day is, adults have been buying Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, specifically Legos, but Star Wars has been popularized to adults as well. It's catered to both kids and adults. Is it cool to be an adult and have these Lego sets? I mean, I'm guilty. If you're watching by video, look. I have a Lego R2-D2 behind me. There it is. I have a Commander Cody helmet right next to it. Lego, both of them. R2-D2 definitely took a hot minute, but so did Commander Cody. My best friend, he has Captain Rex's helmet made out of Lego. And then next to the Master Chief helmet, you can't see it, but I have Anakin and Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptors. And I have the Jedi Starfighter that I recently built and showed off in one of my gameplays right here. I have many old characters as well, and I just put them on this little Lego tray to kind of showcase like what all kind of characters I got going on here. So obviously these are like the 2010s clones right here, but the more so the ones in the back here, like This little guy. This is a classic little clone trooper right here. This is a 2005, 6, 7 certified banger right here. Like, the attention to detail and everything, like, this is what I had dreamed of, is having a whole army of these little guys. And I don't know, I just, something about the helmet, like, the visor isn't black until you put on the helmet. Like, I don't know, it's just, there's so much fine little detail they put into these Legos. And especially back in the day, man, back in the day before social media and all that, like, this was the thing. This was popular. You'd be the coolest kid in the neighborhood if you had a whole army of these, but basically a collection. Like, oh yeah, and I have the old classic style pilot. That's what you are. You're a space pilot. Gosh, I played so much Star Wars Battlefront 2 as well growing up. I have mastered that game up, down, left, right, and if I got back on there, I probably wouldn't have missed a beat. But the age of, oh, you should see my old, very old Qui-Gon Jinn here. Look at that. It's the yellow early 2000s one. I have a very old droid starfighter. I forgot what the proper name was. Oh gosh, it's from the Star Wars Episode 1 era with the brown spaceships. I have this very old Count Dooku who's also yellow. Like, I have some pretty old Lego figures here. I have Mace Windu with a light up saber, and I also have the same for Obi-Wan that can light up, and I also have Anakin. If I can find it out, he's somewhere in this pile of mess I got going on here. Anyways, I got Anakin in there. I got two different Yodas. I remember when, like, you bought Yoda first time around and he just did not have eyes at all. It just looked like he was squinting or something the entire time. And then when they came out with the Clone Wars version, he just looked very wide-eyed and very different. Like, just the two in comparison is very unique. And one doesn't have hair, one does have hair. I mean, this was definitely Clone Wars material right here. This one, however, is definitely old style. I would imagine the Lego factories were very different back in the day as well, so I would imagine it's harder to make a actual Yoda without him looking super weird. Anyways, I also have Ahsoka, the very first generation of Ahsoka right here. Very weird looking. I also have a very classic, very Jar Jar Binks. Anyways, so most of the people I come around with, communicate with, work with, be friends with, people don't seem to hardcore judge me over this. I mean, that's kind of the question, is it cool or is it lame at my age to have this kind of stuff? I mean, I'm close to my 30s now, and I still got a long way to go in life, but I also have this camper band. This is the first non-Lego Star Wars set that I bought. It's kind of a little dusty here. Anyways, I bought this earlier this year. It's a camper mobile. It's a RV. I thought it was cool because there's a dad with a baby in there, and it was the classic yellow. But it's a new set. It came out, I think, either this year or last year. And the mom is somewhere inside. But you can open it up. You can do all sorts of stuff. You can lift off the top and just kind of move around the bits. There's the mom just kind of sitting right there. And it also has like a little indoor, bed and set and a little bathroom area, which is interesting. Anyways, that's just getting off topic. Look how adorable little baby one is. Like, I think that's adorable. I don't know. When I first saw the set, the first thing I thought, because it showcased the father and the kid and the mother just having fun. I'm just like, I have a kid. I love him a lot. I don't know. It just kind of reminded me of him and like how happy this father is to be. Really. Anyways, I also thought it was kind of cool because like I've never seen an RV set in Lego. I mean, it's not to say they haven't done it before, but I've never seen one. Oh my goodness. You know what's one thing I hate about Legos though? Stickers. I'm sure I'm not the only person who can agree with that. I know my best friend hates it. I hate stickers. Back in the day, back in Star Wars sets, you didn't need stickers because it was already printed on the Lego. And whatever print material they had, it lasted forever. You would have to scratch the surface of the earth just to get that off that Lego piece, whatever print was on there. Because print, it's so much better. Like stickers don't last. Stickers, over time, they start to, fall apart. They start to wear, show their wear and tear. And it's just, I don't know. I hate stickers now. And almost every Lego Star Wars set I buy, the R2-D2, the Commander Cody, every Jedi Starfighter and Interceptors and whatnot, it comes to stickers and I hate it. I hate it. Anyways, when I was a kid, I definitely collected all sorts of Lego Star Wars sets. Now, what happened to them, I have no idea. But I used to have so much, and if I could have a time traveling machine, if I could go back in time and tell myself, please keep this, please display this, please don't touch that, please don't open that box, I would. Because Lego sets back in the day, they go for hundreds of thousands of dollars depending on what it is. Some of the stuff I had would probably be worth thousands right now. And it only increases higher from here. It's like stock. It's like you buy it, and the more time lapse, the more rare it is because people will buy it. And like, for example, now they'll buy a 2005 set, and they'll probably ruin it. They'll probably open it. They'll probably play around with it, give it to a kid, something. It becomes more rare at that point. After that, all the other sets that have not been opened becomes more rare and it harder to see in a price values. So think about it. Think about it that way. Lego sets back in the day are worth so much now. And it's not to say you can't buy a set now, give it 20 years, and see how much dramatically difference it makes. Because you can't buy like a 2005 Lego Star Wars set. That was god tier days. But you can't find a set without spending over $100, over $200, $300, even for the small little bits and tips, TIPS, not the TIT. I almost said TIT. I don't know why. Anyways, look, it even has a window on this little RV thing, and a little sunroof that you can just open and close. I just noticed that. That's kind of sad. Anyways, I'm fiddling around with this thing a little too much. But if I could just tell myself, kid self, don't take this over to your friend's house. Please try not to showcase it. Stop playing around with it. I mean, I would if I could, but I was a kid. And all kids play with stuff. I mean, that's just bound to happen. Once my kid turns of age, like 5 or 6 or 7 or something, he's gonna want to rip open all these action figures. And I might let him actually. I'm thinking about it, and it's like, even though they're just sitting there, the future for AEW wrestling figures, I don't know where they hold, but I'm thinking like I've spent $20 on each of those cases, some less, some higher, depending on what it is. And if he's a wrestling fan, why not get a wrestling ring and just play figures? I mean, that's the purpose of them, right? So I think it depends on the value. Like, obviously, the very hardcore, rare, hard to find ones that I have, like the CM Punk Chase figure that I randomly found at a Walmart that I will never forget, or the AW Sting on the shop online. Like, what is it, 1 out of 3,000 or something like that. The Will Ospreay all-in-one. But yeah, the Sting especially, I think I'm gonna keep in there. I don't often buy protector cases, but for Sting, I for sure had to. Anyways, and this also, like, not just for Legos, right? But for all things nerdy. Like, I don't think people care, or, well, not that they don't care, but like, I don't think they judge you enough for it. I don't know. See, the thing is, like, my best friend, he collects these Hot Toy action figures, and they're not action figures, but like, they're model display figures. Something you put behind the case, something you don't play with, something that you can appreciate the attention to detail. And I understand it because I'm a collector myself, and I collect other things for other reasons. Everyone has a reason to collect things. But, like, no one's judging him from what I can tell. No one thinks he's not cool about it. He's doing his own thing. I got my own stuff. No one cares. So, I think that at a certain point in life, especially as you get older, you surround yourself with people that care about you, right? At a certain point in life, you're busy in life. You're incredibly busy in life, like I am. Got a job, got a family, doing YouTube. I have limited time. And with the spare time that I do have, is often more times than not spent with my friends. And they don't seem to care about all this. In fact, they're probably nerds too. But it's not that, like, I don't know, I'm not ashamed of this. Obviously, when I'm making these podcast episodes, all of this is open to see. Like, everyone sees the same thing I'm seeing right here. I'm not hiding it. I'd never hid it. One of my first podcast episodes were about, all these things behind me. No one seems to care, and I often go across other YouTube channels, and people have other collections. So, I don't know. I just thought that was very interesting. Anyways. This yogurt. This yogurt right here. The Greek Gods. One of the best yogurts out there. Not just a yogurt. The best. No. Now, let me make it 10 times better here. Let me make this yogurt 10 times better. You're going to ask myself, how? How can you make plain honey vanilla yogurt better? Well, I'll show you. Strawberry and Greek God yogurt. Specifically honey vanilla. Don't go with anything else. Don't go with plain. Don't buy plain. Get out of here if you buy plain. Don't buy plain. Strawberry. The Greek God yogurt. Now, I told myself I was going to behave this episode. Last episode, I was munching. This episode, I'm just going to have one. I ate a good portion before I recorded. This right here, if you like yogurt, you got to get yourself this. This specifically. If you like fruit, specifically strawberries. Strawberries is my favorite fruit. These two together, nothing else in life. Now, just grab your strawberry and dip it right in there. See what I've done here? It looks like whipped cream on here. Whipped cream on strawberries is pretty good too. But yogurt on the strawberry. Don't buy any other yogurt. Don't you even dare. I don't care if this is not even in your hometown or not. It has to be this one. Strawberry. All you have to do is just dip it in there. get a good coat. I'm not even gonna eat it all. I'm just gonna eat one bite. It is the best thing ever. Oh, that's amazing. I don't know how else to say it. I just know I had to say it. I just know it had to be mentioned on this episode. This is not paid partnership. This is not paid sponsor. This is just from me to you, a guide to guy or woman or whatever you want to be. This is person to person, person to alien, person to whatever you are, person to dog. That this is the best friends. This is the best thing you can do. Even if you don't like strawberries, give it a try. Even if strawberries is not your favorite fruit, maybe try another fruit. Maybe try your favorite berry. Doesn't mean you can't try it with raspberries, blueberries. I'm sure it's good, but this enhances the taste of a strawberry. I don't know what about it. It's the Greek gods. So the Greek gods that are saying this is perfect. I don't know. I could just be a fat person in real life. I'm not. But my inner fat person. My inner Peter Griffin. But this is a good healthy combination too. Now, I haven't really looked up at the nutritional facts. This is about 5 servings per container. So that's actually not that bad. Okay, so per serving, 190 calories. Per serving, it is total fat, 7 grams, which is 9%. Saturated fat, 4.5 grams, which is 23% of your daily intake. Cholesterol, 8%. Sodium, 5%. Protein, 7 grams. Doesn't have a percentage on here for protein. Sugar, it's a little there. Total sugar is 23 grams. Includes 15 grams added sugar, 30%. So 30% of your sugar intake. So if you decide to eat like half of it, you've more than likely had your entire sugar intake. But let's be honest. People eat sugar more than what's recommended on the daily intake. Your first cup of coffee with creamer, that's already done for. You've already had all the sugar you need, right? You sip one thing of soda, and you drink it all. You're done. So there's no stopping you from eating too much sugar. But per serving, again, 5 servings per container. It says serving size is 2/3 of a cup. That's actually good. And look how much I've eaten. You can kind of see where I have eaten. I've only gotten this far. I haven't gone too far. I've almost eaten all of my strawberries here. And all I did is just... And then I'm going to close the lid. I don't eat it plain. Put this up. I'm done with my strawberries. And that's it. This is a perfect combination of food right here. Perfect food. That is all I have to say. That is all I have to say about that. My thesis in regards to Lego Star Wars, Legos in general. Don't let anyone tell you what to do with your life. If you like it, if you think it's cool, if you want to have whatever display you want, go for it. As long as you can financially own up to it. As long as you're okay to do it. Don't overspend it. You don't need those $300 sets. You don't need to put a credit payment onto them. If you can afford it, and you truly need it, truly want it, sure. I understand, it's cool. And you probably have a bunch of friends that think it's cool too. So, and I've been to the Lego store with, my kid and all. I've seen so many adults walking around in there too. I see so many adults, especially around Star Wars, just looking at everything they've got. It has to be popular, right? Like, people are not ashamed of it anymore. I don't know. Anyways, today is officially July 25th. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday. But you also share a birthday with Finn Balor, who is a WWE wrestler. He used to be in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He used to be in a faction known as Bullet Club. And now he's in WWE. Still, he is just turning 44. And if you don't know who he is, for a 44-year-old man, shredded. Absolutely shredded. Like, most people at 44 wish they could be that. And what a career this man has, by the way. Let's just go look at some of the championships he's won, right? Because in WWE, he's won practically almost everything there is. Universal Champion, which is basically the heavyweight champion, the biggest title you can get. The Intercontinental Championship twice. The United States Championship. He's won the World Tag Team Championship 4 times. He's won the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships 2 times. He's won NXT Championship 2 times. He is the 17th Grand Slam champion, and under current format, 24th overall. But this is all according to Wiki, by the way. Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic 2015 with Samoa Joe. NXT Championship #1 Contenders Tournament 2015. He's won a Slammy Award for Faction of the Year 2024 as a member of the Judgment Day. And he's won 3 NXT Year-End Awards. But that's not all his accolades. He's also done, like I said, New Japan Pro Wrestling. We're not going to go through it all. He's been a Junior Heavyweight Championship 3 times over there. Junior Heavyweight Tag Team. I think his career speaks for himself, and good on him. It was fascinating to see him. I don't watch WWE now. I don't watch the Judgment Day. It's hard for me to keep up with WWE and all that. Anyways, so if you share a birthday on July 25th, it's going to be with Finn Balor. And if it's not your birthday, you can still celebrate. You can still celebrate because today is National Hot Fudge Sundae Day. So, go out, get yourself a nice hot fudge sundae, and enjoy the day. If you don't like hot fudge sundaes, for whatever reason, that's fine. You can enjoy wine and cheese. Why? Because it's National Wine and Cheese Day. Surprise! So today's just about food, apparently. Now, if you don't drink and you don't like cheese, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You can celebrate National Hire a Veteran Day. Ain't that interesting? I think that's a good cause right there. I mean, why wouldn't you want to hire a veteran anyway? But if that's not good enough for you, if you don't find joy in those 3 national days, today is also National Merry-Go-Round Day. So you can just go spin in circles all you want. Now, if that's not enough, if all those 4 right there is not enough, I got one more for you. One more. And this is for all you puzzlers out there. It's National Thread the Needle Day. It recognizes the act of threading a needle, both literally and metaphorically, and encourages people to find a path through challenges. So maybe if you're a little lost in the sauce, today's your day to find a thread in the needle. Anyways, this has been a fun episode. I think if you like Legos, if you like Star Wars, I have it. Get yourself some. Why not? Who cares? Who cares what other people think anyways? That's where I'm at in my age in life. Like, I don't know. Anyways, if you like this episode, rate, comment, subscribe, do whatever you do on YouTube, right? I will see you guys next time. But for now, go to bed.